Welcome everyone to tablewinfo.com, and today we are going to discuss about top 5 uses of parameters. We are going to start with parameter and reference lines, where you can see how we can change the reference line to our dynamic parameter. Not only that, you can see the change in color coding with respect to this parameter. Anything above this line will be blue, anything below this line will be orange. After that, we'll see in our second example how we can achieve sheet selector dashboard. That means if I select geographical view, I should see only that very particular sheet. If I select line graph, I should see line graph, and if I select all, I should see all. After that, third one, this is a special because this is something that I answered at Tableau community, and I'll tell you about this. So basically, there's nothing but there are three different campaigns, and we should know how to get best time period. Means you are going to select this number of days, but Tableau should tell you back that which time period is the best in terms of keying amount. So when I show you the data source, then it will be more clear to you. Parameters with map. So how we can make use of parameters with respect to map. For example, here anything above, if the birth rate is above 2%, then it should be considered as high, and anything lesser than 2, it should be low. So that's why you see anything. Basically, it is showing birth rate. Last but not the least, you can see scatter plot. So basically, for scatter plot, you need at least two measures, and you would have noticed that you drag that to rows and columns and then you compare. But here you do not need to drag and drop every time. You have two very good parameters or utility with the help of which you can directly select any measure that you want to. And if I want discount versus sales, I can just select discount from select measure 1 and sales from select measure 2. So let's get started. Let us start with the first one. The first one is the parameters and reference line, and for this let us refer to the solution, but we'll do it from scratch. We'll just see how the graph looks like. So we need order date, we need profit, that's it. So let me turn that to bar at reference line. So let us do it at an entire table level. I'll create a new parameter here, parameter meter for reference line, range minimum if I see over there like 5,000, maximum like 40,000. That's it. So you can see now the control is with me with respect to maybe I need to that looks better. Great. What about the color coding that you can see over there? Anything below this line should be blue, anything above this line below this line should be orange, anything above this line should be blue. So you can see that any profit which is more than this line, so that means we need to create calculation on profit. if profit is less than reference line, then if sum of profit line, then below average, else above average, and cool. As you move this line, you can see the changes. Anything above this line, blue, anything below this line, orange. So we are done with the first one. What about the second one? Second one is sheet selector. So we have learned, so we can first create two sheets. First one is like a general line graph, year end profit, cool, and profit, like this, line graph. Now the second one should be map, latitude, longitude, state, and let us talk about profit. Great. Let us have like, it's already like that. That's cool. Let's have profit and it doesn't matter actually. Map. So basically we want to create a dashboard. So first of all we need to create a parameter. I would like to select line graph, or map. Sorry, line graph for all. Currently I am at line graph. So I'll talk about line graph and all. Okay. Now here you need to create a calculated field. Now here is the catch. You will do like this, all, and line graph, and you will say okay. You will say show parameter, you need to add all the three options. So you will notice that when you select map, you'll see nothing. When you select all, you see this graph, and when you select line graph, you see the line graph. Repeat the step for map as well. The only difference would be, yes, yeah, map. Now I would say like this, okay. When say line, when say map, when say all. Now the problem is that when I am selecting line graph, it is making this space empty over there, which is not looking good. Also, I need to remove these titles. So in order to rectify this, go to object, drag vertical there, and after that drag it there and drag it there. Here you go. All map, map, line graph, line graph. Look, you can always adjust the sequence of all line graphs. So since I have, this is matching that, so you should have all there, and I know you can do that. Let us come to parameters and calculation. That for this I'll have to do something here only because I don't have data source there. So I will duplicate it. So basically what it is saying, it is saying that this is the data source. There are three different campaigns, campaign A, campaign B, and campaign C. Now the question is, these are the campaigns. They want us to create a calculation or do any sort of manipulation with Tableau so that I select any number of days and Tableau tells me what is the best time period for that 2 days. That means if I select 2 here, the Tableau should tell me that okay, your campaign which can be seen in an ascending order, that these dates should be ordered in an ascending order. So it should show me the best 2 days. If I select 2 days, so date 5 and 6 would be the best time period for 2 days because the addition of the amount will be greatest, 45 plus 12. So if you see any other combination, 45 plus 2 or 2 plus 2 will not stand in front of 5th and 6th. And if I select 3, it should show me the best 3 days in terms of time period. So what should I do over here? So first of all, this is a data source like this, dates, campaign, and amount. And I'll go there and so this you can get this by simply dragging campaign, date, and sum of amount to columns and rows respectively. But now how to get that? So the hint would be that okay, if I make use of moving average, that would help me here, because a moving average will help me uh, to get that very particular time period. So how do I do that? Maybe I can do it from scratch again. So that means, so first of all, you have to create this parameter, select number of days. So by this time I expect you know how to create that parameter and should be typed in. And after that I create one calculated field and I say Windows average. Inside the Windows average I say sum of amount. Okay, and after that I say minus select number of days to 0, and I would say minus 1 plus 1. So that would give me the average. Window average calculation. So here you can see, maybe I can change that to bar. So at least you can see, or you can observe that it is, when I maybe I should take 2, so it is showing me that okay, window average is 28.5. That is the average of 45 plus 12, that would be 57, divided by 2 is 28.5. The moving average for any 2 days is coming best over here, which is on 6th. So this will always show you the last day, and with the last day automatically, because you know how many number of days, you can make that range, you can get the range, right? So this way you get the last day and you know the number of days. So that means 6th, 5th and 6th would be the answer for this. So if I do 3, so this will give you a hint, this will tell you the last day of your 3 consecutive days. So obviously the other days will be this one and this one. So this will always show you. So you can have another calculation to show you the start day like this. And you get why I did +1 over there? I did minus +1 because if I select here as 3, and if I don't do +1, it would be -3, -2, -1 and 0. That will be window average for 4 values. So that will tend to confuse the users. So that's why I did +1 over there. And if I want start date, I can just, yeah, this is the start date. Look up minimum date, again I've done the same thing. And I can drag that to label so that it would show me the start date is 5 over there when I'm selecting number of days as 3. So that means 5, 6 and 7. If I make 2, then this will be the last day and it will show me start date as 5, 5, 6. So this way you can make use of parameters in different calculations and solve your complex scenarios. Now coming and going ahead, so we have left with 2 more dashboards. The first one would be, which is the fourth one actually, the parameters with map. So for this I will have to switch over to word indicators, which is another data source. That's it. So like this, word indicators, latitude, longitude, country, birth rate. So if I just drag this to color, you will get this sort of view. I can always drag that to label, but then what do we want here? We want to have a view like this where I have control over the birth parameter. Not only that, the color coding should change. Whenever I choose birth rate parameter, for example here 2.3%, everything above 2.3 should be blue, 2.5, 4.6, anything below 2.3 would be orange. How can I achieve the same? So let us do, again we'll have to create a parameter on birth rate. By default it would show you like this. So let me go with this. I have the parameter now. Now I need to associate this parameter. With my dashboard. So how do I do that? So this we have birth rate parameter. Now anything, so I need to select birth rate parameter, and this should compare with the birth rate over there. So I need a calculation there. So if birth rate is less than, again, birth rate parameter, then low, else high, and calculation on birth rate. Everything is higher than 0.7. 5.3. I think I made a mistake with respect to step size. With respect to step size, for sure. So anything now 2.3, anything more than 2.3 is high. Anything less than 2.3 is low. Mind you, this is in the form of percent, so that's why you'll have to divide by 100. That's why I'm doing multiply with 100 over there. 3.2, anything more than 3.2 would be high, like this. Now you are noticing that somewhere it is null, and there also I'm because of my formula, because the formula is like that only. So if it is in some of the places, if the percentage is not over there, it is not available, it will go to the else side. First it is checking whether it is less than, then it is low, elsewise it is high. Whether if even if it is null, it is coming under high, so don't get confused with that. Okay. Swap measures using parameter. Last but not the least, how do we achieve this? How we can create this dynamic scatter plot? Let's go with the last one, parameters with map. Last one, scatter plot. Go back to sample superstore. So profit, sales, and you can see the scatter plot, right? So how do I achieve that dynamic scatter plot like this? Select measure. Here I'm doing manually. I'm just dragging sales over there, profit over there. This is too much, right? Again, same thing. Create a parameter. Now it's up to you to make the list. I need sales. I need profit. I need discount. How can I forget discount as an Indian? Quantity, I guess. These are the four measures. So I have select measures parameter 1, and at the same time I'll just duplicate it and I'll say edit. So basically, first of all, I need two parameters, right? I'll say show flow control. Cool. Now instead of these values, I need some calculations over there. So I'll create a calculation. So dynamic as a 1. Here we make use of case statement. Case select parameter 1 when profit, then profit when sales, then sales when discount, then discount when quantity, then quantity, and okay. I'll make use of the cool feature duplicate, and I'll say method 2, drag it there, drag it there, remove and remove. It makes no sense to have both the same measures. Something is wrong. Okay, yeah, we should have 2 there, right? Not 1. Here you go. Here we go. Now you can see the correct scatter plot. So again, if you do the same thing, it will have a straight line like this. So that won't make any sense, but this will make sense. So here we are coming to an end. I hope you like this session of top 5 use cases of parameters. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at support@tableauinfo.com. Do visit our website and keep posting any suggestions that you want to have for us. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. See you. Take care.